Joining us now, Regional Psychological Services, a little segment I call What's Up, Doc? Dr. John Braccio. We talk a little bit about Valentine's Day. Good morning, Dr. Braccio.
Well, good morning to you, Mike, and I'm a hopeless romantic, so Valentine's Day is something I look forward to every year. And I think a way to look at it is, some people argue that Valentine's Day is really made too big of a thing. What's important to remember are the 365 days that precede it. Well, my focus on Valentine's Day is to set the stage for the next 365 days and be ready for the next Valentine's Day. This does not mean if someone has been non-caring for the past year that all is forgotten and forgiven on Valentine's Day. No. My point is that whatever has occurred in the past year, let's make this Valentine's Day one to remember by showing love and caring for your spouse or partner. It hopefully will be part of an ongoing river of love or a new beginning of bringing back to vitality a damaged love, okay? Too often, what happens, persons who love each other are so bogged down with activities of everyday living that they lose track of each other and really make a choice to let this Valentine's Day be one you enhance your relationship and clearly put a marker down that you love each other. And some ways to do this, would include just saying, I love you, with words. And you have to be fancy and even say te quiero in Spanish or ti amo in Italian. But then with words of love, a card, an email on Facebook, or any other way, you can let the person know you love them. A hug, a kiss with words of love, always are really positive expressions of love. Chocolates and flowers are typical Valentine's Day gifts, but the important thing to give the person is something that shows meaningful love to them. There may be something you think is important to give your person, okay? And by all means do that. However, with that said, it's also important to make sure you give the person that special something that is meaningful to them. To really show, Mike, that you love them and want to give something they know is important to them. In the range of what that can be, literally anything within reason that person desires, you're capable of giving. It's possible it could be spending a day sharing love in whatever emotional or physical manner that is important to both of you. Sometimes just sharing time, the most important thing, or going out to dinner, or spending a night in a hotel, taking a walk together, watching a movie, reading a book, okay, are all within the range of things that can be important. I'm even aware of a loving couple or planning to make a pizza from scratch and eat it with, a glass of wine, a lighted table candle, and a gardenia aroma candle. Yes, absolutely.
Listen to you. That's you, isn't it? You're doing that.
It is. Caught, my wife. That is it. And why not? Why not just do something? Is this something we thought we would do? No. As the saying goes, you got to do whatever floats your boat, okay? Now, on a more serious level, if there are problems in the relationship you want corrected, make this Valentine's Day meaningful, memorable, as you show you have loved each other unconditionally and indicate you're willing to do whatever you can to make the relationship have as much love and caring as possible. And let in that old Roman character, Cupid, and let Cupid's arrow of love have full reign and just, come on, move forward. Let's make this a very memorable Valentine's Day. Why not, Mike? Sounds like a good idea to me. Yeah.
Well, you know what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the lovely Mrs. Austin, also known as the Big Hair. I'm going to take her down to the Rite Aid, and I'm going to say, honey, you walk through that candy aisle. You pick out whichever one you want. And then we're going to go over and do some axe throwing, I think. And that'll be love right there, boy. Of course, the axe throwing on the target, she's going to have my face up there, but still. And I promise not to call her the battle axe. So, no, I'm kidding. I'm kidding, right? Please tell me I'm kidding.
I actually thought you were serious. I thought, wait a minute now, what's good old Mike up to?
No, it is. It is a challenge every year. Can I ask, how many years you've been married to the lovely Mrs. Braccio?
48.
After 48 years, okay, you're making the pizza and you got the wine and the gardenia candle and stuff, which, by the way, gardenia is Lisa's favorite smell.
Really love it.
Yeah, and so is it going to be, how are you going to make that special? You've done pizza before, probably. You're Italian.
Not really. Yes, of course. I'm a pizza eater, along with lasagna, rigatoni, you name it, I've done it. But this is just something we thought, this would be fun. Just a little project. There's so many things you can do. That doesn't mean we won't take a nice stroll. We might, spend time together in many ways. No, but it's just something we thought we would do that would make it something different, something special. And so we just, decided that's what we were going to do. And I think Valentine's Day, there are certain days of the year, certain times that we tend to put our antennae up more about showing loving and caring, okay? It ought to be every day we're doing things, but life is busy, life is hectic, there's so many things going on, particularly if you have kids or you have certain responsibilities. But this is a day you just let Cupid reign free, okay? You just say, hey, come over here. I love you, I care for you, and you just put it together. And like I said before, too, you can even do it in other languages, like te quiero in Spanish or ti amo in Italian.
How you say it in French?
I love you.
Say it in French, Doc. Oui, amor, baby.
I could do the Italian and Spanish, but the French will have to get Frenchy on. How does that sound?
No, you know what? The closest I get to romance in French for my wife is I talk like Pepe Le Pew. I put the accent on it. That's about it. Hello, my little petite flower.
Or Inspector Clouseau, you can use his accent. But I think the key thing is you just want to make this be a footnote in a good way, an exclamation point. You want to just say, hey, I love you. I want to be with you. You're really a key person in my life. Without you around, boy, life would be boring and would not be as meaningful. And just give me a big hug and give me a kiss. Let's do it. And this is a time that you can do that. Now, the argument is, well, you ought to be that way more. Well, that's true.
Yeah.
Then make yourself do it more. In your own mind, say to yourself, hey, we want to have a Valentine's Day, and we're going to do things. And there are people that do things. The typical would be more, chocolates and flowers, going to dinner or doing something. It doesn't matter what it is. It's a meaningful activity that you two just say, hey, we're special. And the whole universe spinning around, doing it billions of years, this particular moment, this time, we are together and we are a team. And however good of a team we've been, we're going to celebrate, and we're even going to work at being more of a team and more of an ocean of love coming for us to experience and have. And I think that's wonderful. I think it's a great day.
You Italian romantic, you. You know what I said?
Why not? Why not?
Weekend before last, I took Lisa. We don't go out a whole lot, but the weekend before last, there was an event, and we went to it. We were invited, and there was a band, and I'm a musician, so I got to sit with the band. It was kind of fun, and I haven't done that in a long time. And so later they're playing this slow song, and I don't dance, all right? I'm a drummer. I'd rather be playing than anything. So I don't dance. And they played a slow song. I thought, I can handle this one. I looked at my lovely bride, and I said, hey, Lise, let's go on. Let's just go on. Let's just, you know what she did? She looked at me, and she goes, nah, I'm good. There's romance, buddy, right there.
Hey, listen, I think that her probably being with you, she was just emotional and happy and enjoying herself. Probably figured
there you go.
Now, how does that sound? Always
there you go.
Get a positive on it.
Put a little love Band-Aid on it there. I got you. Dr. John Braccio, Regional Psychological Services, drjohnb.com. Again, we'll talk next week, all right?
Okay, buddy. Good talking to you. Have a nice day, and tomorrow have a great Valentine's Day with your wife. Bye-bye.
You as well. Bye-bye.
We're expecting you.
1320.